Hey guys, welcome back to Terror of God New World. In today's video, I wanted to go through a replay from Hwaryun. This is above a 4x deficit. Now, I'll exit out of the stage because it's a two-team battle and I'm struggling on the second side, so I've got to rehash the teams. But I just wanted to give you a demonstration of why this character can be absolutely crazy. Now, keep in mind, when I won this did not happen in my first try. It takes a lot of retries to get the RNG, to get the shielding, to get everything to land right. But when you do, like I said, this is above a 4x deficit, and she can just do some crazy things. The other thing is, this is against what I found on my hats account to be the most difficult enemies in the campaign, which is these green teams with Yuri that are super frustrating. Then they got two units that lunge on top of that. They've got heals, they got a big nuker, and they all got the buff. Like, this type of team I found to be the worst enemy that I could possibly fight against on my other account where I was using hats as the carry. But Hwaryun just absolutely shreds these things. Not every time. Like I said, 4x deficit, we're going to need a few retries, but I wanted to show you the replay and talk about it because we do have Bomb in this one as well, but Bomb dies before he even buffs her, so she's not even getting any effect out of Bomb's buff, which is pretty crazy. Now, Bomb and Evan do actually add some value to this team. Actually, Bomb didn't put his... when Evan died, I expected Bomb would put his immobilize effect on enemies, but he must have died before he could trigger it as well. So Bomb actually offered pretty much nothing. Evan did give her the invisibility at the start of battle, which does add to the RNG of the situation. But you can see for the rest of it, we've just got Hard in here. Now, I put Gray in this team as well for the idea that when the dude with the baseball glove lunges, we can fear him away, and that was my plan there. I didn't even see if we killed him first, but as you can see here, we just... Hwaryun, just with those shields, she could just slap so damn hard, and if you get the right RNG, you get the crits. You can see here, we're trying for a crit. We need a crit. We need a crit. Unfortunately, we didn't get it, but we did get the ult to get our shield up. But once again, if you get those more of those crits, you can maintain that exclusive equipment shield from her level 10 exclusive equipment, and you can eventually just clap enemies. But that's a bit of a run through of what she can do, which is insane. Now we're gonna bounce out because I wanted to show you guys where mine's at, because I made my previous video talking about if I was starting a fresh account, the character that I would choose to put in my primary wish list would be Hwaryun and choose her as my carry. Now, I wanted to clarify something because I saw someone post it in the comments and it was a very good point. If you're already like building a character, I don't recommend swapping and stopping building that character unless you're at a break point you're happy with. For instance, I find 3 red to be a safe spot on your first carry to maybe shift across and start focusing on your second carry because eventually you'll need 2. But don't just keep swapping carry because a new OP unit comes out. Otherwise, you'll end up with 5 units at like blue star range and have none actually built. So that's something I just wanted to mention. So that is that stage. So let's back out of this because I am struggling on my second side because I used too much in that first team. And the second side is just really struggling because we've got the big dude with the shields on that side. But let's go. Ooh, we backed out. Ooh, we're getting login rewards. We're getting login rewards. Look at that. The day's ticked over. All right, let's pop that stone. Let's pop that stone. Let's see what we get. You guys bring me some luck. Give me a Hwaryun or an Ehwa, please. Please. New character. Who's this? No, I don't want you. There's a few units that I want a single copy of, and he is not one of them. I want the hook dude. I want one of the lunging units, like the dude with the syringe. And I also really want a yellowy. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of them. But how many summons are we up to now? Dude, we're over 200 summons. We're at like pretty much 230 summons, which would get me to 2 SSR plus pities. Not bad. Anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. Let's jump back in here. So as you can see, this team that we fought against, we're at one set. Yeah, so it's above a 4x deficit that we were using. But I want to try and save my Bomb, especially, and Evan if I can, so that I can try and bring those into the second team, which is a little less powerful. As you can see, I was trying to run stuff like this with Dark Core and stuff like that with Ehwa, and she just didn't have the damage to punch through this dude's shields, unfortunately. So let's jump back over here. Let's take a look at what we can try and do to see if we can get her to clap this super hard without needing that additional bit of work. So I'm going to chuck her in there because hopefully she can stay alive at the back row and sort of give us some more survival. And from there, we've pretty much just got to put a sacrificial red unit in. We'll put our new guy in because why not? Let's see how this goes, because that's what Evan was. He was sacrificial. However, he did provide the invisibility, but our bomb didn't really offer much. So if we can get something out of our Zhao, then we might be in a decent situation. So I just want to gauge this and see how we go. But honestly, Hwaryun, if you get the right RNG, if you keep proccing crits, if you get enough, if you get enough dodges because of evasion and all that stuff, she can just absolutely truck teams. So here we go. Okay, let's put the speed up a little bit. I just want to put it on 2x speed. I normally leave the speed a little bit slower when I'm trying to look at these types of things. Okay, so we are going to get a Hwaryun ult here while she's still at pretty high health and she is shielded. So that's what we ideally want to land. Now we need to get a crit here. So unfortunately, RNG killed us. We didn't get a crit. If we could have had a crit and kept that shield running, then I feel like we could have got somewhere. Oops, I got to put nothing in this team. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, here we go. So let's just do this again. I feel like that formation was not too bad. Now I got to watch what happens with Baseball Glove Boy and Gray, see if that interaction is working for me. The other running man, unfortunately, goes ahead and kills my Zhao, which is unfortunate, but we do get a little bit of value out of her because we are increasing that attack for my Hwaryun. So as you'll see here, let's see for Baseball Glove Boy, he should be darting across pretty soon. Okay, they both go at the back there. My Gray doesn't actually manage to do too much. We do get the double kill there with the Hwaryun, and unfortunately, we're not going to proc another shield here. And as you can see there, we do land a few hits in on that Yuri. So if we get that RNG again, and we manage to actually get a single crit during that little in-between window on the Hwaryun, on the Yuri, we should be able to get the shield to allow us to survive up until our next ult, which will get us a chunkier shield and also probably delete one unit along the way. It just depends on the RNG of if you use your ult into the Hwaryun while she's using her stuff. That's the only issue that we could arise. Okay, yeah, so we somehow, it looks like we're just missing out on that fear, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. We didn't land the kill here either on the running man. If we can get some crits though, like, can we crit? Can we get a shield? 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 Unfortunately, all that time without getting a crit. Okay, I'm going to do a few retries and I'll come back and see if we can get this. Okay, there we go. That took a bunch of retries. I ended up mixing the team a little bit. My idea was to try and do Endorsey Cheese. We ended up doing Endorsey non-cheese and still getting to work. And you'll see the clutchness of the Hwaryun in this one. It is actually quite huge. But also, apologies, before I cut, I was saying we needed a crit. I thought that Yuri was the marked target, but she wasn't, and that's why I wasn't getting shields even if I did crit, because she was not the marked target. So the marked target was transitioning differently to what I'm used to. So that just so everyone's aware of that. But you've got to be critting on the marked target. It can be anyone on your team that can crit on it to get it. But let's go ahead and check out this replay, because this one was a super clutch. Once again, at that 4x, a little bit above 4x deficit, but you can see the power of what this chick can do in these battles. It's absolutely insane. And like I said, in general, I used to find these to be the hardest battles. I'm going to put it on 2x speed. You can see we didn't get the Endorsey cheese. We didn't get the Endorsey cheese. We just got standard. And she died, which kind of sucked, but it was okay. And we put the wave dude in the back row just to get the red bonus as well. And then we had Zhao in there. Getting one heal off even is a big thing. Plus her shields. She's just an all-round solid unit. So she was just a good addition. The fact that she survived as well really helped out. We go ahead and we do an ult there. So now we are down to 2v3. And we're about to lose our Zahad here in a second. And that's going to put it down to a 1v2, and you can see the enemy, the Yuri is not the marked target, so we're not getting any shields, so we have to use our ult to get the shield. Unfortunately, we don't even get any damage in on the enemy that we need to hit, but we are getting those shields from hitting our marked target, which is fantastic. We get her down. Now we're going to go ahead and start attacking the Yuri. We've got the mark on the Yuri as well. We've got a shield. We're at like jack all HP, so we just need to continuously proc these shields or we die. That's pretty much as simple as it is. We're about to ult here, which means we get our chunky shield, which to last a bit longer. We're at 1 HP. You saw that little second where it flashed. We were at 1 HP. We managed to get the kill. So obviously there is a ton of RNG involved in this. Like one little RNG different, one crit different. We were dead there, but we managed to get it. But that is the power of the Hwaryun. She's an absolute monster, and that leaves me free to go ahead and experiment with this team, and it gives me more options, because before I was struggling here. But now that we have access to the Evan, I'm hoping that will make things a little bit more straightforward for me. We can go to the data mashni, and then we've also got access to the bomb now. So this is a really solid yellow core. And then we can go down here and we can either take the buffing unit or we can take the gray for the fear. I'm going to try the gray for the fear. Hopefully this becomes a lot easier for me, because I used a bit too much, a few too many of my good units on that first round the time before, which made this round a lot harder. So hopefully this is going to get us across the line to be able to do this. Once again, Hwa I do definitely like as a second carry, but I do really like I mentioned in my video yesterday, Hwaryun as that first carry option. I just feel like she offers so much. She's got long-term viability, and she's just an all-round really strong character. So this one, we should have this easy clapped in the bag, I would imagine. As soon as we get an Evan ult here, we should be pretty good. We shouldn't have any problems with damage. As you can see, now we easy clap this one. I was struggling before, so taking that bit of extra effort on that first stage with the Hwaryun to get her to work. Once again, it is RNG dependent. You're not going to get it every time, but when we can do that, it does allow us to start pushing through some extra stages. As you can see here, we are into 16-25 now, pushing through that chapter 16. We're on day 9 of play on this account at the moment. And once again, these enemy teams, these great enemy teams, when I had my Hats carry account, these were the hardest teams to fight. They got lunging units, they got big nuking, they got Yuri, who is absolutely annoying, but when you've got the Hwaryun, she just makes it that bit easier. So what we're going to do is, we're going to go ahead here and just have a look at this. Now, I can probably drop the Grey, because Grey was a strategy I used on my Hats account when I was trying to fear the baseball glove guy. Wait, is the baseball glove guy even in this one? I don't think he is. So we can probably drop her, but that was my strategy to lock him out. However, when you're using Hwaryun, he is normally the main target for her at the start. So then you can just go ahead and path to him and nuke him. But now we're going to get Sleepy as the main target. Okay, everyone's dead. If we can clutch this from like 1 HP when everyone's dead, that would be huge. Here we go, second ult. Okay, I kind of want to try that again, because if we can 1v5 that, what's our deficit? Okay, we're not quite a 4. We're at like a bit over 3.5x deficit. But if we could clutch that, let's just put the buffing unit in here. I want to see if we can clutch a 1v5 in something like that, because that would be huge. And if we get the RNG, I feel like she has the capabilities to do that, and that is the crazy thing. But once again, I find her a bit more not so, like. I like putting her like Evan on the other team as opposed to her, because she doesn't get full benefit out of the Evan, because those shields mitigate that healing as well, because she's not taking the damage to be able to get healed up. As you see, that little Kung Fu, that Kung Fu dude, the old dude, he absolutely slaps my back row. He is absolutely slapping my back row. Let's just swap this around, see what happens. Dude, he's an absolute savage. He's not letting me do shit. Let's try this again. See if we can get it. Man, I wish we could get that 1v5. That would be sick. But let's go. Are we getting... oh, wait, I don't have Bomb in the team. Oh, yes, I do. I do. Does Bomb get his buff off? He's doing it now. Okay, we got the bomb buff. Ah, dude, we just needed to roll. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, we literally got it on the next try. This one we did have bomb and Zahad survive a bit longer, which made it completely easy clap. But having easy claps above a 3x deficit, closer to a 4x deficit, I'm pretty happy with. Like I said, the bosses are going to be tricky for me, because I have to try and not use my best team to beat those higher deficits, because I need them for the second team as well. But in general, I'm really loving this Hwaryun. I think she's an amazing carry. Like I said, her damage is like I said this in yesterday's video. Her damage is just the icing on the cake. The fact that she has such crazy support and then she can deal damage on top of that is absolutely ridiculous to me. And she just absolutely slaps things, especially if they're on the path. You can see that they take the increased attack against them, increased crit rate against the marked enemy, and they just get absolutely flopped. Don't forget, she's also got the control when she throws the staff. You get the stunner, you get the swiftness reduction on the other enemies along the path. She's just an absolute monster, and I just wanted to give you that showcase because I'm pretty happy with the way she's working at these kind of deficits. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheers.